Hi, Fran. Wow, I'm not exactly sure where to start. I guess I'll just go back to the beginning. A few months ago, I started getting really into drawing and watercoloring and took to YouTube to see what inspiration I could find. I quickly stumbled upon your channel and fell in love with your style. As I kept going deeper into all your content, I realized that not only had you lived in Berlin, that's where I live with my boyfriend Lou, but that you were vegan too. So after I realized how much we had in common, I quickly grabbed Lou and was like, look, showing you and your husband Ed off to him. And then he was like, wait, I recognize him. That's Ed. I love his photography channel. So basically, Lou and I had found you guys separately and didn't realize that we had so much in common. And so when I found out that we were going to London in September, I just had to reach out to you and see if you'd be interested in having us make a video about you two. This is all just one huge essay to say that we love what you and Ed are doing and would be honored to collaborate with you both. We're happy to come out to Hastings or do something in London if you prefer. I'm sure you're dealing with tons of email backlog as you battle the move. So yes, just wanted to say you have two big fans in Berlin and can't wait to speak with you further about all this. Big hugs, Dana.
Dear Dana, I finally managed to have a few minutes to get back to you. I'm so sorry to take this long, by the way. I freaking loved your channel. It's beautiful. Are you guys coming to London? Do you have any exact dates? Of course, you can come and visit us. I hope our flat is nice when you come though, because right now it's a complete mess. Lots of love and hugs from sunny Hastings for both of you. Have a lovely Wednesday.
I can't believe you took the time to watch our channel. So excited to hear you enjoyed the videos. We're so pumped to create with you both and are already brainstorming ideas for the video. So as for logistics, we're flying to London on September 27th and are in town till October 3rd. We're going there with my parents and my grandfather, but we're thinking of coming to Hastings for 2 days, 1 night. If you guys have enough time to film for 2 days, we'd get an Airbnb for the night, so no pressure. Is there a time that works best for you and Ed? Much love, Dana. P.S. I've been loving all your illustrations from the move, especially the one of you and Ed with the kitties in McDonald's.
Hey Dana! Oh, the time is perfect! Are you coming here alone, like you and Lou, or are you also coming with your family? I am asking because if it's just you and Lou, you can totally stay with us. We don't have a spare bed, but we have a huge couch, so we can figure something out. Plus, our flat is huge. I am sending you the address in case you guys want to look for a place nearby on Airbnb, but we think it will be much cooler if you guys stay here. We can even eat breakfast together, pancakes. Anyway, let me know. You can buy train tickets from London to Hastings. We can pick you up at the station if you want. It's 10 minutes away from our flat, like everything in Hastings. Love and coffee from here. Have a super fantastic week.
Hi, Fran. This is amazing news. Lou and I are so excited. It will just be the two of us coming out for the visit, but sadly, I must inform you that I am the worst vegan ever, as I am super allergic to cats. So even though staying with you and Ed sounds like the most magical thing ever, I think an Airbnb might be the best fit for us. But we'd absolutely love to have a pancake breakfast together. We'll book our trains now and see you soon.
Hi, my name is Fran Meneses, but everybody knows me as Frannerd. And I am an illustrator currently living in Hastings, and I have a YouTube channel called Frannerd 13 because Frannerd was taken, so yeah.
Who took Frannerd? You know,
I have no idea!
on YouTube?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Frannerd,
Yeah.
That's the reason why Frannerd 13.
Yeah, that's it, baby.
Oh, okay. I've just discovered something new out of my wife. I'm Eduardo Pavez, and I'm a playwright, photographer, and documentalist, writer. I do a lot of stuff, and I have a YouTube channel which I take pictures and talk about photography and a little bit about writing. And yeah, that's it.
Fran and Ed moved from Chile to Cologne in 2013 so Ed could pursue a master's degree. But when the academic grants he had won for almost a decade fell through at the last minute, they were forced to change their plans and quickly settled on Berlin because it was much more affordable, and Ed had always dreamed of living there. And that's when things got tough. 8,000 miles from home, on a new continent, with a whole new plan, Fran and Ed had to stop and figure out what they wanted from life.
All of this free time and being isolated and alone, or like not having so many friends as we have in Chile, it gave me the time to work on myself, work on my emotions, what I was going through. Like, this is the first time ever that I'm not with my friends and family. How do I feel about that? Is there any unsolved problems that I have with myself? And also work on my profession, what I want to do with my career. For example, I always said, I wish I could learn how to use watercolors, but I never took the actual time to learn how to use a watercolor. So I now had this wonderful amount of hours for myself, and it was amazing. Like, I was reading like crazy. Our relationship changed a lot in an amazing way. We became like super great partners, because like living alone and isolated, or like going to a different country with a language barrier for a couple, I think is like the most intense like reality show it's really intense. But I'm so happy we did it. It's like I feel that we talk about this a lot, about how much we have changed since we moved. And
also, like, there's a certain amount of, there's a mourning when you move out, right? Like, you leave people, you leave affections, you leave places, and all those things are entangled. Like, you have this place that you went with these friends, and they had like, it's like the whole reality exists in another place, and you cry and you mourn and you're sad about that. But then you open up new possibilities. You see like these people who speak in this weird language, and you kind of understand it, but it's not your thing. So the feeling of not having like tangible, like root things that are rooted with you or within you, or you can grab with, there's
like
a feeling
sense of belonging.
There's
to
a feeling
place.
of not having a home.
Yeah.
And that, like, the feeling of not
That
having
is
a home
shocking.
comes with you for a long time, and it haunts you really long time. And at the same time, there's like this, like what you said, that you never had the time to practice with watercolors. Like, I always thought of myself like, oh yeah, I really like philosophy. I'm like, and I used to read a lot. But then when I moved to Berlin, I was like, I have so much time on my hands. I'm gonna start reading books that I had never had the time to read, because now I have the time. And I started getting into like books that I was really scared of reading, because they were monumental like books that took me 7 years. And that has been with me since then. And to have the possibility of like do something that you would not do otherwise, just for the mere reason that you have the time and you can do it, it gives you like new tools that you can use, either like drawing or a different way of thinking or writing. So I guess the growing aspect of living abroad, also as a couple, like you see how your partner discovers new things, and that's awesome. Fran started doing her things, and I had
like
I
feeling
didn't
really
have,
empowered, and like I
Yeah.
finally know what I want to do. Like I finally know what I want to do with my life and my profession and my career and everything. And you,
I had nothing. I didn't have like the university. I didn't have weddings. I didn't have anything. So
Your
all these
support
things,
group.
yeah,
Yeah.
like all these things that were like layers that I could hide myself behind for not writing theater were not there anymore. So you were freelancing and doing stuff, and I was doing nothing. And out of that desperation, we start knowing each other from that rock bottom place. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you want to do? What's your goal? What's your new goal? So the whole time has been a process of creating new goals and new goalposts. Like, okay, we're gonna move to London, and we have to make X amount of money a month to survive. And that's like the goal. Let's make it happen. Boom, we make it. Okay. now we're going to grow to this other place. Let's make that happen. So it's like a one step at a time kind of process. So success right now is defined as moving forward for us. It's not like when it was in Chile, like success
like paying
was,
the bills.
Yeah.
For us, success is like paying the bills but doing what we love.
It's weird to wake up in the morning. Oh, yeah, today I gotta write the script because the production company in France is waiting for it. Okay, well, then I'll just go and film a YouTube video. And then we step back for a second. It's like, man, we're doing things that we want to do.
Do you notice what we're doing right now? Just for example, the other day, we started planning our like weekly schedule, and we realized that you are writing more than anything during the week. And it's like, I can't believe I am writing a lot, and this is what I do for a living now. This
is gonna be like a little stupid thing, but when you take when you take a trip on a plane, they force you to write what you are.
Yeah.
And I used to write photographer for years, and then last time I traveled, I write writer, and I felt like I graduated from myself. Like I gave myself permission to do that, and I felt super proud of me, which is like a little accomplishment, but it feels
was always empowering. A question like, what am I, Fran?
What do I say here?
Because I do so many things, but what am I?
After Berlin, Fran and Ed moved to London. Within a year and a half, though, it became clear that life in the city was too expensive, so they set out in search of a new home nearby and happily settled on the city of Hastings.
I've always wanted to publish here in the UK. I love the illustration scene. I love what is happening here with illustrators, with art, with graphic novels, with comics. I am obsessed with that. So I remember telling to Ed, like, please give me the chance to make UK work for me. And in some way, London was perfect because we were like, we are in the center of the universe. This is amazing. And then we realized it was too expensive. We weren't enjoying ourselves anymore. We weren't enjoying the city. And when we got the chance to move, but at the same time still enjoy London and going to meetings and stuff like that, Hastings was perfect because it's only an hour and a half away. So I wasn't giving up the idea of meeting new people, getting meetings, for example, with agents or like publishers and stuff like that, but also paying a third or a fourth of the rent we were paying in London. So this is like the best balance. Even taking the train is an amazing experience for us. I mean, in Chile, you don't take the train. It's not like a way of transportation. So for me, going to Europe and living in Europe is like taking the train, and like I have my coffee and my book or my sketchbook, and I just sit and relax and enjoy the view, and like I could podcast or like music. So for me, even the experience of commuting, which for a lot of people is really annoying, for me is such a relaxing time for me, for myself, for catching up with my reading or like just draw or just work even. And then heading back to my flat in Hastings near the beach and like to draw this gorgeous flat is like, I am living the life. This is everything I ever wanted. Like if you told this to past Fran, she wouldn't believe. Yeah.
You guys crushed it. All set.
But what about veganism?
Yeah, oh yeah. We should talk about that.
Oh, you really want to keep the interview?
No, but
I'm joking.
No, but I thought it was one of like the main subjects.
Yeah,
so
I'm joking.
Do it.
I'm joking.
So when did you guys go vegan?
What is something that you say you become vegan? You start being vegan?
I think I became vegan.
Okay. I became vegan when I was living in Chile. I remember one time Ed and I were watching the documentaries, and for me something like clicked, and I was like, I can't like keep this going on in my life.
Yeah,
what snapped for you? When did you take the decision?
Vegetarian?
Yeah, with the pigs, right?
Yeah, vegetarian was with the pigs. There was like a documentary about like infiltrations on farms and whatnot. There was one scene in which they show like how they castrated pigs. It was like a scissor, like they heated a scissor and they just cut the balls of the little pigs and they just throw them.
No anesthesia, no.
Nothing, just cutting the balls.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And the pigs were this size.
Small
They were
piglets,
small
you know, and I
pigs.
was like, I can't support this. Even if my diet affects like 0.001% to that,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It was so weird because there were other horrible scenes, and I thought Ed was going to get affected by other things, but I don't know why that
It
scene
was
affected
that
you
one.
so
No,
much.
it was like imprinted on
You
my
never
mind.
know what is going to affect.
Yeah.
No.
And then vegan was also in another scene. We were watching a documentary in which they show also like infiltrations and like milk
Cows
farms and whatnot.
yeah.
And they show this guy like punching a calf because I don't know what the reason was, but the guy was like
He
crazy.
wanted to separate the calf from the mother.
From the mother, and the calf wanted to be with the mother, so he was punching it in the face. And I was like, that's it, I'm vegan. So I guess like it has to do with empathy at one level, or at least for us.
We have never been alone in this. We made the transition together, which was way nicer.
It's much easier to.
Yeah.
So it's been super logical though. Like I guess once you begin to read or understand and see what really happens, I guess you like the blind spot that you had before, it's gone. So you have two choices, like, or you like make sense of this and try to rationalize the way that you can survive, or you face it. And if you face it, you gotta go vegan, and there's no other way.
You're just looking at it and then look at you and then all the cameras. Yeah, poison their toys.
Oh, the camera.